Good day, everybody, and welcome back to Elder Scrolls Online. Elder Scrolls Online revealed the chapter for this year, the theme, the year-long quest that the players will take. They do this every year, and always look forward to seeing what this year's chapter is going to be about. So they did drop a teaser trailer earlier this month, and it drove a lot of people crazy, but in the long run, I think we kind of figured out at least the general areas to where we were going. There were ships from 3 factions, and there was a maelstrom, and there was a mysterious Breton knight. And so we were all just going crazy. Oh, where could this possibly be? Well, we got our answer. And so where we're going is going to be called the High Isles. This location is going to be in the archipelago of the Sisters, and it is out by the Abyssinian Sea. Now, where I am right now, I am in Strasem Kai, and I'm on the westernmost coast. In this game, this is the only place I've ever found that we could still see another mass of land out there somewhere in the distance that we can't get to. So that's in the general direction of where we're going to be going. We did get a map. I watched the whole 2 hours of the preview or the announcement deal. So they did show a map. So we do know exactly where this is, and it is definitely going to be someplace over here. There's only one map, one game that has this location on a map, and that's Redguard. So we're going here in the Abyssinian Sea. Here's Strasem Kai over here, the little tiny thing doohickey right here. And then this is the archipelago we're going to. You can't really see the bay from here. They've reimagined the bay. We've never been here in any Elder Scrolls game, so this is going to be exciting. So the whole year is going to be called The Legacy of the Bretons. So we do have the write-up on the website, and they do go into detail about stuff that's going to be happening this year. So as usual, we have some beautiful pictures of where we're going, and there's a really great trailer now for the chapter where the 3 heroes, our 3 heroes of ESO, are going to go, and we'll see what happens. It's supposed to be a very political season, so there's going to be a lot of, secrecy and treason and people who don't really want to get along and all that stuff. So this is a really great trailer. Of course, there's always going to be some secret lair. So this is a typical Breton marketplace in a Breton city. And there's our elven hero. She's really looking for somebody. She's trying to figure out what that guy's up to. Oh, there was a symbol. Let's look at that. All right, so there's the new symbol for this secret organization that we're going to be running across while we're on our chapter adventures in the dungeons and the DLCs and so forth. And I believe they are called the Ascendant Order. So they have a little hideaway, and that's what our elf friend has found. And there's our Breton hero. Murder and intrigue. Okay, sneaky time. But wait a second, here comes our Nordic friend. He's not very sneaky, is he? Okay, everyone's dead. They have a round table just like Arthur, but not anymore. Here comes the new guy in charge. Yeah. Okay, so that was the video for the trailer. I thought it was really, really interesting and exciting. This is coming out, well, the first part of it's going to be coming out real soon in March. There's going to be a Ascending Tide DLC, which is a dungeon DLC, coming out March 14th for PC and Mac and Stadia, and March 29th for Xbox and PlayStation consoles. And then the chapter will release on June 6th for PC, Mac, and Stadia, and June 21st for the consoles. They don't have an announcement date yet for Quarter 3 DLC Dungeon Pack or Quarter 4 DLC Story Zone, but, you know, we can expect that. That is a typical method of how they roll out these year-long stories and activities. So it's gonna be pretty cool. There's gonna be some new things coming, and this is coming with the different times, it looks like. So High Isle provides a host of brand new adventures. So you get a new zone, of course, the High Isle and Emotes. We have a storyline of politics, honor, and intrigue, of course, which ties into a lot of the history of the Bretons of the Elder Scrolls games. What I really looked forward to is a new system called Tales of Tribute, which is an in-game collectible card game. And they did kind of go through this a little bit more in detail in the show, the after show, after the reveal. And it's something that you can play with NPCs in taverns, or you can go up and challenge another player to a card game, or you can use the group finder to get into a card game. And basically you're gonna, like any card game that you would expect, you're gonna collect cards, you're gonna unlock resources as you go. It's sort of a strategy game. They described that there is a goal to get to the end, so you get the big fat reward at the end. It's not PvP, but it is very competitive. So there will be a leaderboard, scores, and so forth. And then the prizes are going to be various resources, furnishings, and other rewards like that. Now, it's not going to PTS yet. They're going to do another live show that will deep dive into this tribute card game before it goes to the PTS, or public test system, which is what I'm talking about when I say PTS. So also a new 12-player trial named Dread Sail Reef, 2 new companions. So this is kind of neat because there's going to be more companions, which will make it a total of 4. Ember and Isobel. Ember is a female Khajiit and Isobel is a female Breton. So 2 more female companions. I guess Bastion is going to have to hold out and be the only guy around until we finally get new guys. New world events called Fishers, which was described to be very much similar to Daedric Anchors. New delves, public dungeons, world boss, and standalone side quests. Of course, updates and quality of life improvements. It is available for pre-purchase right now. For your basic pre-order, you're gonna get these things: a new pet doggy, a new costume, which is a Breton sailor costume, a fawn, and this fawn is only available if you order before April 4th. After April 4th, you can still get these pre-order, but you will not get that little fawn. a crown crate that will match the season, and, you know, basic scrolls and XPs, and another mount. Collector edition, and the collector edition is going to have this cute little Khajiit pet with a little bit of armor. I'm not sure if that's a backpack, so I'm not sure if it's carrying, if it's like an inventory pet or not. We'll find out. A new mount, and this is the Ascendant Knight costume or outfit style, so we can start adding that to our outfits. New emotes. It looks like there are 3 right here, so it looks like we're gonna get new emotes and a new memento for the collector edition. And of course, make sure if you already own the game that you're only buying the upgrade. If you don't own the game, then get the regular one that does not say upgrade. Just make sure you don't pay twice for a game that you already own. So usually when you buy a new chapter, it will include all of the previous chapters so that you have the most up-to-date game if you're just coming in new. Okay, so then they go a little bit more in detail. I've got some beautiful pictures on the website of the High Isle and some of the people that you'll see wandering around, and the new outfits and so forth. They're very nice pictures. It looks to be a very bright, they just kind of described it as kind of a Mediterranean type of an island, but you have Breton structures, and it's a very Breton island. It is apparently a resort for the noble Bretons. And what we're going to come up against is this guy, and he is the Ascendant Lord. He's got a different idea about what's going to be happening out there in the High Isles, and I don't think he wants us to come over and play politics. So we're going to be going up against his group. The first thing we're getting here in March is the Ascending Tide, and we're going to go into 2 new PvE dungeons, the Coral Eyrie and Shipwright's Regret. And we're going to be fighting Ascendant Order and getting introduced to basically the story of what's happening. But if you don't go into the dungeons, that's fine, because usually the prequel to the chapter will set up the scene for those who are just in it for the story. Then they're bringing some Spanish translation to all the quests and everything, so that's going to be good. Okay, so one of the things that I saw on the live stream that was the 2-hour-long thing is going to be some interesting things coming. The double riding is like a horse, where your companion or your group member can jump up on the horse and ride with you. Now, they did this a year ago. They kind of showed off a spider dwemer that could do the same kind of thing, and then we never got it, and people got pretty upset. And that's because it's still not ready. So they're not going to commit to saying that this horse that they're going to test is going to be coming this year, but they're still testing it, and they think it works really well. It looks really good. When I saw the demo on the stream, it looked really good, and I'm excited to try to test that out on the public test server starting Monday. They're going to do some other pretty cool stuff, and I think they're going to do this with Update 33, which is the first DLC coming up here in March. They're going to open up achievements so that they're account-wide. They're going to have account-wide achievements and account-wide titles, and that's for most things. So if one of your characters has achieved a whole bunch of titles and achievements, you don't have to repeat on the other characters to get those achievements as well. There will be some things that are not included in this account-wide achievement and title situation, and that's going to be stuff like crafting progresses. You know, you're going to have to do that per character. Lore books that you read in Shalador's library, those are still per character. Sky shards are still per character, although you can now, right now, you can buy in the Crown Store any set of sky shards that another character has unlocked, so that's still kind of semi-unlocked, but behind a paywall. And public dungeon group achievements are not going to be part of the account-wide thing, and they said something about the Dragon Guard achievements. That's probably to do with the Southern Elsewhere. So just some of those are not going to make it into the account-wide thing, but otherwise it sounds really cool. I like the idea. They're going to have PS4 and PS5 achievements properly synced up. And then they're also going to be testing on Monday something that I thought was very interesting. It's called a Deconstruction Assistant. So basically, you know, you have your merchant and you have your banker and you have, you know, your companions and all this stuff. But now they're going to be able to have a NPC, I guess you want to call it, that you can summon forth, just like your merchant or your banker. You can give them the stuff that you want them to deconstruct, and they will deconstruct it down into raw resources or materials. And this is going to be very handy so that you don't have to stop, find a way shrine and go to a crafting station and sit there and deconstruct stuff or throw stuff on the ground. You know, if you've ever come in a situation where you're in a dungeon and you can't pick up any of the rewards because your bag is full and you don't want to give up your stuff because it's good mats. Well, this is going to solve that. Of course, it's going to be something that's in the Crown store eventually, but we're going to test that on Monday too. I love testing the new systems that they bring every year. That's kind of half of my enjoyment, plus the chapter story. They will also have a new house that we'll be able to look at, called the Sea Vale Spire House. So I will probably do a tour of the Sea Vale Spire House on Monday or sometime next week to show off what that is. But it's a really cool house. It's kind of reminds me of the Argonian house where you have to swim. You go down to like a whirlpool and you get into the house. So you're underwater and it's kind of like living inside of an aquarium, but it's a lot more aquarium than the Argonian house. So I'll look forward to exploring that one. So also on Monday, the PTS will have the PC North America characters copied over. So if you're playing on the PC servers, then you can go to the PTS and check out some of the new stuff. They're also going to be offering a new outfit style for PvPers called the Dragon Guard outfit style. I believe that's what they said. It comes from the Imperial City Vaults, and it drops the same way that some of the other sets do, where your Telvar Stone multiplier, the higher it goes, the bigger chance you have to get that outfit style. I think I've covered pretty much everything that's new that's coming, and I am looking forward to playing out this chapter this year. I have one Breton character, and this is her right here. So I will definitely be running the chapter story with this character so that I can understand her background a bit more. And I'm looking forward to it because it's about time that we got back to kind of exploring some of the race origins of Elder Scrolls. I think after this year, the only one I can think of that we haven't covered yet would be the Red Guard and possibly the Wood Elves. It should be pretty exciting. I hope they get back to doing that some more. Anyway, that is it for me. I hope that you have learned something here, and I will definitely be on the public test server the next week and look at some of the new systems coming in. The card game, the double riding horse, and the house, I think, is going to be the next thing I want to look at. Take care and have a good day.
Thank you for watching. Please take a moment to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Until next time, goodbye.